Good morning. What's up and what's good? Welcome to Loc'd On Sports with your man Keith Allen here on this beautiful Saturday morning. And today is the game of all games this year in the Big Ten, the rivalry game. That's right, the rivalry game. Ohio State versus Michigan today at 12 p.m. on Fox. The Ohio State Buckeyes are 11 and 0. The Michigan Wolverines are 11 and 0. Winner takes all. Winner will be in the Big Ten title game next week against whoever is coming out the West. I think it's either Minnesota or Iowa or Wisconsin or Illinois, you name it in the West. They got a possibility of meeting Ohio State or Michigan next week. The loser will probably be out of the top four of the rankings for the playoffs. Ohio State currently is number 2, and Michigan is number 3. If all y'all tuning in on my Locked On Sports channel and everything, be sure to like the video on YouTube and subscribe to the Locked On Sports 216 channel. And if you got something to chime in on about the game today, feel free to chat with me. The chat lines is open. Holla at me. But Ohio State and Michigan, both 11 and 0, going into the day. Ohio State is a slight favorite. A slight favorite. Slight favorite. We'll see what happens. It should be a very interesting game. Very. Key points for one of the questions I have is, can the Ohio State Buckeyes defeat the Michigan Wolverines and atone for last year's loss when they just got blew out the water by Michigan? It's possible if Ohio State can match Michigan's physicality and also athletics-size them. Because Ohio State has the edge in the passing game. The running game is decent if Mayan Williams plays. I don't know if Travion Henderson is playing or not, but I think Mayan Williams will give it a shot today. So we'll see. But the main thing, the game is going to be won on a line of scrimmage with both lines. Can Ohio State control the line of scrimmage on both offense and defense against Michigan, especially against Michigan on defense? Because Michigan has a physical ground and pound running game with running back Blake Corum. And they may do some passes here and there, but mainly Michigan's bread and butter is running the ball. As far as Ohio State, their bread and butter is passing. With TJ Stroud to Marvin Harrison Jr., I wonder if Smith and Jigma is playing today. That would be interesting. That would be a boost if he is. So then people won't have to key on Harrison on the Michigan side. They'll have two to worry about. But the main thing is, can Ohio State be physical and control the line of scrimmage against Michigan? And really have that dog in them to get it done. Because I think if Ohio State wins, they're, go to the Big Ten game and they'll probably be the number 2 seed behind Georgia, unless somehow, some way, Georgia loses within the next 2 weeks, or they lose unless they lose to LSU. But the loser will probably be on the outside looking in. So Ohio State has to get it done today, and they have to be physical. against the Wolverines. This actually is the game I've been waiting for real. I've actually been waiting for this game because really the last couple of weeks, except for last week in the Maryland game, I watched that. But a lot of the games been decided pretty early for Ohio State. But I will say this, Ohio State cannot fall behind. They cannot fall behind and get in a catch-up game. Because Michigan will run the ball. They're methodical. They'll just run the ball and physically pound you to death. And then by the time the fourth quarter comes, it could be literally a wrap if Ohio State fall behind. That's why Ohio State has to get off to a quick start. They definitely have to get off to a quick start today and just stay ahead where you could change the format for Michigan on offense, where you have to make them a passing team. Definitely have to make them a passing team. But we will see. That's why they play the game. Like I said, got the Buckeyes going against the Michigan Wolverines today. It's going to be at 12 p.m. on Fox 8, locally here in Cleveland. Ohio State is a favorite, slight favorite. So we'll see what happens. Also, can Ohio State, mainly can they offensive line protect TJ Stroud against Michigan's defense? That would be the main question today, as far as them on offense. And can they get a semblance of running game so they can set up the pass? And will Mayan Williams be able to carry the load on offense as far as running the ball? Because if you can get him involved in the game and he could stay in the game, that will be a big plus for the Buckeyes. A real big plus. But like I said, right now, it's prediction time. It's going to be a hard one, but I'm going with the home team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. I got them beating Michigan in a close game. Got them winning like 28-24. 28-24. I got them beating Michigan in a close game. 28-24. And it may be a last-minute touchdown for the Buckeyes or a stop for the Buckeyes late. But I got the Ohio State Buckeyes winning today, 28-24. And I honestly really, how many of y'all would like to see Ohio State and Michigan face each other again in the playoff, if possible? Heck, they always get two SEC teams in every year. Nobody says now, why can't we get two Big Ten teams? And I think if it's a real close game with whoever loses at the end, I think if Ohio State loses at the end, they'll probably still be in the top four. But if Michigan loses, I think they'll drop out. And then depending on what happens with conference championships, they'll get back in. They could get back in as a 4 seed. But that's what I want to see. I actually want to see them both play in a championship game. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows between Ohio State and Michigan? See them play in the championship possibly to decide it all later on. But if it's a close game today, Michigan won't fall that far. They'll probably fall to 5 because think about it, Tennessee them fell out. The only team to worry about a 2-loss team, that's LSU. And LSU would have to beat Georgia in the SEC championship game. So, as a 1-loss Big Ten team should trump a 2-loss SEC team. But anyway, hopefully Georgia take care of business against LSU in the championship game. But anyway, I'm about to get out of here. Y'all have a good afternoon. Cheer on the Buckeyes. And this is your man, Keith Allen, Loc'd On Sports 216, signing out.